Hello, so this is war number 4 of season 42. It's been a tough war for me, so in the sense that I died twice in this war. So, I have excuses like I'm sick, there is a fight, my commands didn't work well, but anyway, we have to recognize that our opponents did well, and they did better than us. Spartan Law, I think it's the name of the alliance. So well done. I have to fight champs that I haven't fought on my path in the past. They did have some difficulties though. So in our BG, a guy died I think 17 times to our absorbing man who was on path 5 section 2. It seems that they kicked the guy mid-war. Poor guy, to be honest. Absorbing Man is not an easy matchup, especially on this node. So I know people that have had quite some difficulties against this matchup. But anyway, so that's the team I'm bringing here. Colossus, Quicksilver, and White Magneto. First time I'm playing with Quicksilver in a season war. I was scared of bringing him, but in the end I was quite happy. I brought Colossus mainly because I saw an Iceman on my path. In the end, I don't know whether it was a smart move. Other options I could have considered were, I don't know, Omega Red, of course, but I was scared of Iceman. I didn't know whether I could use Omega Red against Kingpin on O23. So that's the reason why I didn't bring him. I'm bringing Quicksilver. Maybe I could have brought Magneto because of the synergy, but again, what about Iceman? Anyway, so if you can think of a better team composition to face the matchup I will show you now, I would be very happy to know about them. The first fight is kind of trivial. So there is this Agent Venom. So Agent Venom purifies stuff, but I'm placing here a White Magneto pre-fight to go around it, and we'll fight him with Colossus. Clearly I could have done this matchup with other options like, I don't know, Omega Red, of course, Magneto with Quicksilver synergy. So that's not the matchup I'm worried about. Here the plan is, I would say, stupid in the sense that I will simply parry heavy. So there is a mistake though that I will repeat in another fight later. Is that I'm doing parry heavy with Colossus. However, there is the White Magneto pre-fight, which means that Colossus cannot purify the stun to get his fury. So in the end, doing parry heavy there is doesn't have any benefit. I should have stick to normal combos. But anyway, I will remember about this in the future. The next fight is America Chavez. So that's one of the reasons why I brought Quicksilver. Probably I could have done this matchup with Omega Red. I didn't want to risk it. Mystic Dispersion is always a potential issue. The plan here is like to do the fight as a normal Quicksilver fight. So placing a heavy to get the green icon, on the left, to get those charges. I will try to place a special one as I do now. Then I want to go over 2 bars of power and hopefully do a medium light medium combo and finish it into special 2 while being in terminal velocity. So the plan seemed to work until, I had like a command issue. So you will see at some point I will do the medium light medium, I think. But unfortunately, when I will press the special attack button, it will not trigger, which is kind of annoying. Now it's terminal velocity. I will do medium light medium, and the special attack doesn't trigger. So there I was annoyed, and in the end I will throw my special 2, but because of my nerves, I will throw it into her block. Anyway, it's not a big issue in the end because she's almost down, and I must recognize that I didn't have like any excessive power gain issue. Maybe it's because Quicksilver works, or maybe there was never an issue, who knows. The next fight is a Kingpin on node 23. So that's one of the reasons I brought Colossus. So I have like some mates that have had success with Colossus against this guy. Grant, my mate, accepted to place a wax pre-fight for me. And the plan is pretty simple. To rely on my tactic, to have Kingpin power under control, bait special one, keep special attack in reserve to go around the rooted node. So everything was going according to plan until something weird happened with my controls. So maybe everything is in my head, but I don't know whether this happens to you sometimes. It may be the case that my controls get sticky sometimes, and instead of dexing when the intention is to dex, I suddenly parry stuff. So you will see at some point I will parry an excessive number of times, and given the rooted node, things will snowball. You see, I think this is starting here, like I try to dex, and I parry a lot. It's annoying also because there is the bubble chin node, you know. Also, this coincides with Kingpin being kind of defensive, and that's when I start to freak out. Then that's on me. I forgot about the unstoppable. I'm almost dead. Remember that I can use an SP3 to regen. That's what I'm doing here, relying on adrenaline. Also, I didn't want to be stuck in the corner. We tried to deck this one. It worked halfway, let's say. Then Kingpin is not throwing his special and I will soon die. So you see again, I was trying to dex and I'm parrying, finally power gain, and I just die. So I am annoyed, but it is what it is. I'm sure part of the guilt is on me. Then I went in immediately to finish him, and you will see things will be a bit more smoother. You see, he's more aggressive, he throws his special one. Again. Cooperative Kingpin. Anyway. So if you guys know a way to get out of the parry instead of dexing syndrome, if I can call it this way, I would be very interested in knowing your recipe. So here we will not take this fight, I'm just placing the pre-fight for a mate. I will take the Iceman right after though. One of the reasons I brought Colossus. So I had a discussion with my alliance mate, and we thought that when Iceman purify his stun because of his ice armor, then this could trigger the node. In the end, he didn't seem to trigger it. So the way I wanted to approach it was to play him stun immune and rely on intercept. But as you can have noticed, my intercept performance had been quite poor. And I decided to try to parry him at least once to see how it goes. And in the end, he didn't seem to gain any unblockable charge. So I thought, yeah, you know what? If I'm not in the mood able to intercept, I will try to parry and heavy a bit more than what I thought I would. So that's what I did there. Thanks to the power back boost, I can chain 2 special 2. And finally, Iceman went down. So a question I have is, could I have taken this fight with Omega Red, say? Would have been the cold snap damage big? I don't know. I would like to know if people have experience with this. And then, so I have my second death of the war. It's Quicksilver. So I wanted to pay attention to the Dex timer, you know. So there I'm trying to parry, anticipated that Dex. And I'm using the parry heavy tactic. Again, a mistake because there is a wax pre-fight. I thought the wax pre-fight would help, but I'm losing the fury. Then I'm blocking the special one because I don't want to risk it. Anticipated the Dex again, which is good. Throwing a special 2, unfortunately he had the protection. There I got caught by the Dex. Terminal velocity, I'm trying to have it under control, but it seems that I'm starting to make mistakes. Terminal velocity will go away. I thought the Dex wouldn't be an issue anymore, but you see, he's Dexing again and again. Here I thought that the Dex timer was away, and apparently he didn't, even though terminal velocity was over. And things will just snowball now. I have a huge amount of whiplash on me. Soon I will die. And that's it. So I'm a bit annoyed, especially because I thought that the Dex timer would behave normal once terminal velocity is over. But apparently it doesn't. So I don't really know how to deal with it. Maybe you just have to wait for the timer to come back. Then I came back. So again, I'm using the parry heavy strategy, which is maybe a mistake there. I throw a medium to go around the Dex. Again, trying to go around the Dex, but this time it didn't go away. Couldn't parry again after it. So the second time went better, but that's it. So then the last fight is a Mojo. I'm using Quicksilver. I was scared, so a good thing about Quicksilver is that he's immune to dexterity, which means that he doesn't gain, you know, the precision buff that you would have from dexterity, which is very good against Mojo. Still, you have to go around the prompts. And I was scared because you have to keep attention at many things during this fight. So there is the make a stand node, so you have to knock him down from time to time. There is the one eye open node, so you cannot hit him while he's stunned, you know. The good thing is that Quicksilver heavies have a long reach, so in the end it's quite easy to knock him down without parrying, as you saw there. And the other thing is the one eye open node, but you can potentially try to intercept Mojo. If it doesn't work, you have the evade to as an insurance. So in the end, it's quite a good attacker for this matchup. Unfortunately, you will see I will try to place my special 2, and in the end, because Mojo wasn't cooperative, you will see he will have the protection on. I will not be able to place my special 2 in time, and I will have to rely on the special 3. There, I'm knocking him down and place my special 3. So he would have been down already if I could have placed the special 2. But in the end, you see, it's not a big deal. There are prompts I couldn't go around, but then you go around 1 and you're back to normal, you know. So Quicksilver seems like a good attacker to face Mojo. So he's not the best power control. He's not a buff immune champ, you know, but he's a bit of both. So which in the end makes him like a flexible tool. Yeah. He hits like a noodle, and if you don't manage to place your special 2 with your whiplash in time, so the fight will take long. So anyway, so that's it, the end of this war for me. Hopefully I will manage to do these matchups better in the future. See you around.